Welcome back to the Upper Echelon Podcast where we keep it real and we keep it jiggy over here. Cause why? Cause we ain't never ever scared. Hit that like button on your way in. Also, make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you can be notified of any time that I go live in the future or anytime that I post content. Make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. Also, make sure that you have a membership to the channel. And if you don't, grab a membership. Also grab a membership for my other channel. It's called, if you type in at upper 2U, you will find my other channel. What's going on? Good morning, y'all. Not going to be long, but I wanted to talk about a couple of things. Don't forget, y'all, I will be back whenever there's an update on the, if you guys were in my live yesterday, you'll see that I was talking about the Mountain Twins. Well, that's what they've dubbed them, the Mountain Twins in Georgia, the two young black boys that were found unalive in the Bell Mountains of Georgia. There's a conspiracy theory going on. I guess that's what I call it. The NAACP is involved. They're calling it a cover up. They're calling for the documentation from the GBI, which is the Georgia Bureau of Investigations, to give them all documentation that they have found during that investigation. The GBI has not yet responded and has not yet provided the documentation, even though legally the family is owed the documentation. So as soon as we figure out whether or not they're going to respond, then I'll come back with an update on that. Now, the family has given the GBI, the family and the NAACP has given the GBI 3 days to respond. So I'm just going to keep my eye out on the news, keep my eye out on any new updates on the case, and then I'll come back and update y'all. But today, let me give my shout outs first. Hold on. Oh, and let me post my link in the comments. So y'all, I don't know if you guys are familiar with PJ. He was on my podcast. I want to say probably like early last month. We did like a short little live together. He will be 8 years old. June 24th is his birthday. I'm planning him a little birthday party. I did make him a wish list. I did have a couple of things purchased off the wish list. Shout out to Harmony Speaks because she did purchase something off of the wish list for me. She got his laptop stand because he wants a gaming what do you call it? Station for his little games and stuff. So she purchased the laptop stand. So shout out to Harmony for that. And then also another one of my supporters, Curiosity Curb, has purchased the gaming desk. Big shout out to Curiosity Curb for purchasing the gaming desk. If anybody's interested in checking out the wish list, I did post it in the comments. I got a lot of reasonably, well, I ain't gonna say a lot because it's not a whole lot of stuff on the list, but what I did put on the list, I tried to keep it reasonably priced. Okay. So if you want to bless my little baby with something from his wish list, it is posted in the comments. He will surely appreciate it, and I will too, child. Okay, so let's get into Latae said we need another PJ conversation. He'll be back, y'all. He'll be back. He be busy. PJ be busy, okay? Let me do my shout outs. What's going on, Latae Eminem? Hey, Rewa. Hey, Robin Lotz. Hey, Andy. Miss Andy. Hey, Miss Jackie Rogers. Hey, Deborah. Dee Dee Brockington. What's going on, Lady Love? Lolita. Vanessa Jones. Danny. Hey, Tabby. Calm and collective. Good morning. Okay, so let's get into the topic. We covering two things today. I also have a goal set today. If you guys want to send a super chat or a super sticker, I also have my Cash App pinned. If you want to donate to my Cash App, it's right there at the bottom of the screen. But let's get into a couple things, y'all. First thing I want to talk about is we're going to start off slow. I want to talk about the Aaron the Plumber situation. If you guys are not familiar with Aaron the Plumber, I'm going to show you a photo of him. Let's see. He recently came out and exposed his girlfriend for having a really nasty house. Kind of spoke a little bit about her mental health concerns, and I'm going to show you a couple of the pictures of the young lady's home that he exposed. But first, I want to show you guys a picture of Aaron the Plumber. In my opinion, the man is not cute. Okay, I don't know what these women be seeing in him. Some people say he looked like a Ninja Turtle. I don't think that he's that cute at all. This is Aaron the Plumber. Now, he really blew up off of the Pop the Balloon show. Well, that's where I found out about him at. So, and it just shows how just one opportunity can really like roll into something bigger. So he has really taken that opportunity of being, it made such an impact and a presence when he was on Pop the Balloon, that he was able to turn that appearance into so many different things. He's from Stockton, California. Now he went on Pop the Balloon in July of 2024. He went viral after that, and his career went upward ever since. So from that, he was able to make a clothing brand. I believe the name of his clothing brand is shoot, I can't think of it now, but I know he has a clothing brand. What is the name of it? Qualified. So he has a clothing brand named Qualified. He has like over 700,000 followers on TikTok. He has over 60,000 subscribers on YouTube. Again, he has a clothing line called Qualified. He really is trying to kick off his music career. He made a single called Erica Menace, and that is a spin from Erica Mena because he had a beef with her. They worked together on Zeus Network. One of his sayings that he does that has kind of caught on is "in a real way." So that's what he says. So he'll say something like, "Yeah, I like that, in a real way." So that's become very popular. So he coined that term. He appeared on the podcast No Jumper, Real Life Productions. He's worked with Woody, Self-Made, Ray J, Wild 'N Out again, the Zeus Network. And so, like I said, he has really turned this one appearance on Pop the Balloon into an empire. He's making a lot of money. So it's saying now that his net worth is over $1 million. I don't know how true that is. Okay, when you look on the internet and look at somebody's net worth, you got to be careful looking at that, because if y'all remember, they were Googling Jonell's net worth and it said he was a millionaire. Net worth is not necessarily what you have in your bank account. It could be like what you own. So he could own a home, he could own vehicles, motorcycles, businesses, whatever, and that can all be lumped into what his net worth is, but that's not his what he has in his bank account. Okay, so but it says online that his net worth is $1 million. So I think that that's actually amazing that he was able to turn something like Pop the Balloon into so many different opportunities. But let's talk about what's going on, D-Ham. Hey, Miss Green Eyes, Capricorn 88, Queen Steph, Hustle Life, Dreamy Girl. Hey, everybody coming. I hope I didn't miss anybody because I wasn't looking at my screen. Hey, Dee Dee. Hey, Batty. Kimberly Merrills. I don't know if I said hi to Vanessa, but hey, Vanessa and Lolita. Okay, so recently he took to social media and exposed his girlfriend. So I'm going to show you what he exposed. What's going on, Kiana? I'm going to show you what he exposed. And I had a couple of questions about it because I'm like, well, you exposing her. Isn't that crazy? Like somebody will go to your house, eat your food, lay up with you, be in a whole relationship for years, but then as soon as y'all fall out, your house is nasty. Now, this girl's house is nasty, but my thing is that it was good enough for him to be up in there for however long they were together. And they've been together, I want to say, don't quote me, but I want to say for probably like 6 years. But let's get into the photos of the house, y'all. When I tell you that I can't even imagine, hey, TT, I can't imagine somebody living like this, y'all. Let's see. Okay. So here's some, just before I get into the videos, again, this dude is not cute. And I don't know how he gets beautiful women. He is not cute to me at all. But I guess money talks. So this is another picture. So this first one is a picture of him and his girlfriend. Okay, that he's been with for quite some time. He described her as his ride or die, his hitter, and basically like his best friend. I didn't even know that Aaron the Plumber was in a relationship because he's always appearing on these Pop the Balloon shows. And it's another show, that a viral show where he goes on, he's there and he's like standing next. I don't know if y'all know who Woody is, but he's with Woody and it's like a dating show. So, I didn't even realize he was in a relationship. Here is one picture of the inside of her refrigerator that he showed. Now you got to remember, it looked like gnats, maggots. It looks like insect feces and everything else all up in the refrigerator. Now you got to remember, this is the home that he was living in. So you got to ask the question. Now you taking pictures of it, but it was good enough for you to be up in there for that long. Okay, so now let's get into the video. So this is the first video. Make that bigger.
Oh, let's look at our refrigerator. What kind of food do we got to eat? Oh shit, maggots. Oh damn, that shit stink. That shit.
And opening it like, oh my God, what is this? Like you didn't know that it looked like that.
Oh damn, that shit stink. What we got in the freezer? Damn, more maggots.
Now he knew that it looked like that before he showed it. Now I did listen to a little bit of what he said when people were asking, like, well, you knew that you was with her. Why would you be with a woman? Thank you, Tennessee girl, for that membership. I appreciate you. Why would you be with a woman that's nasty like that? And so basically what he said was, he grew up in a house like that. His mom kept the house like that. She didn't clean up. But the excuse that he gave his mom was that she abused substances. That's a nice way to put it. She was a substance abuser. So that was her excuse. But when you look at something like this, you gotta know, y'all, this is not normal. This ain't just no, oh, I'm messy or I don't like to clean up. This is mental illness right here. Because ain't no way in the world, even if say that she could say, oh, I'm always out of town, I don't use my refrigerator, it doesn't matter for it to get in this condition. You know what I'm saying? So in my opinion, this definitely is mental illness.
Shit, maggots. Oh damn, that shit stink. What we got in the freezer? Damn, more maggots. Oh shit. Look at the girl. Boy, it smell like somebody died in this motherfucker. At least somebody getting their protein, you know? That's motherfucker shit. What the hell is that, a booger?
He is wrong for this. Now let's go to the next video. This is nasty, y'all. I'm just warning y'all, it's nasty.
Nasty. Oh mamas. Bitch do not clean up. Oh man. Our son room.
So he said this her son room. Look at her son room. Her son room nasty too, but it looked like it's probably the cleanest in the house. And so my thing is too, why are you showing the little kid's room? Okay, you don't show the house cool, but why are you invading his damn privacy?
Our son room.
Ain't no way you should have your kid's room looking like this, or just the house in general.
Son room dirty as motherfucker. Put the bed on the floor. Her closet. Bitch on 50 different segments. I ain't even gotta go through the.
So now he know he wrong. Now see, not only do it have, like, this is crazy that he did that. Somebody need to go get Aaron a plumber, because if you really wanted to, what's going on, Queen Fee? Hey, Brandy Davis. What did D-Ham say? Yeah, he was definitely rocking hard with her, and he made it public. Yeah, I didn't even know, D-Ham. I didn't even know that he was in a relationship. Because he was on Pop the Balloon and all of that. But then again, I don't really follow Aaron the plumber like that. You know what I mean? But I didn't know he was in a relationship. So he's showing her psych medication, right? Talking about she got all this psych medication. It got her legal name on the psych meds. Jasmine, it looked like say Jasmine Bell. I'm about to Google this right now. Hold on one second. Sarah, I'm finna Google this shit. What is that? Because I tell you what, let me see. S-E-R. I'm finna be petty, y'all. What is this? SERTRA. What is that for? Sarah, I just Googled it. It's called sertraline, is for depression, anxiety, OCD, PTSD, and PMDD. I don't know what that means, what PMDD is. It says it's a medication commonly used to treat conditions such as depression, anxiety, obsessive compulsive disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder. The typical starting dose for adults is 50 milligrams once a day. Yup, shit, that's what it is say. It say 50 milligrams, which can be adjusted by the doctor as needed, but usually does not exceed 200 milligrams a day. It works by increasing serotonin levels in the brain, which helps regulate mood. Also, always consult with blah, 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 whatever. So that's her OCD anxiety medication. You can't see, let me see if I play it, can I see something else? It got her phone number on here. 706-733. You can make it out if you really try.
Hey, bitch, and that STDs and all.
He said she done had STDs and all type of shit. So he looking in her thing, showing her STD medication. It's like he wrong for that one. That was totally, that one was
dirty ass shit. Like this bitch bathroom. God, dirty. This bitch nasty.
Okay, let's see if it's another video on here.
Talked to me, came to a hole. Look at this, bro. Climbed in the window.
I'm sorry, but I can actually kind of look at her and tell that she got some mental health issues. Bridget said, "Oh, is that like a different name, a different brand?" Oh, so basically, that's Zoloft. That's what Zoloft is. That's the brand name for Zoloft. Okay. I think they did break up because he's showing off how nasty her house is and showing all of her medication. Oh, did they? So they got this. So he found her on Pop the Balloon. I gotta find the original episode so I can see it. I'm gonna search for it while this is playing. Hold on. Y'all telling me, y'all teaching me something. I didn't know that.
Get out my car. Talked to me, came to a hole. Look at this, bro. Climbed in the window. Get out my car, bro. Get out my car. Hey, this ain't no skit. I'm finna call the police on you. Talked to me, came to a hole. Look at this, bro. Climbed in the window. Get out my car, bro.
Well, anyway, okay, so in the next video, he basically talks about what made him do what he did and why he was with her for so long. Y'all, I just can't get past how funny looking this dude is. Like, I just do not understand. I don't understand what they seeing in him. He is funny looking.
You deal with her. Hey, everybody asking, like, Aaron, why would you deal with her knowing, you know, she was living like that? And, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Like, you know what I'm saying? I grew up in a household similar to that. You feel me? But the only difference was mom's was getting high. She ain't even getting high. You feel me? That's the cold part about it. But she been through some shit, bro. Some shit I don't even want to put out there. Some shit that made her the way that she is now. You feel me? And bro, I didn't want to put out none of these videos. I didn't want to do none of that. But the girl out there putting out she went in my phone, you know what I'm saying, sending out my sex tape, sending out addresses, doing all type of stuff. And bro, I feel some type of way. I ain't even gonna sit here and cap like I don't. Like, that was my nigga. Like, that was my best friend, bro. Like, y'all already know, you know what I'm saying? Everywhere I popped out to, she would be right there with me. You feel me? Everything, you know what I'm saying? I'll be flying her out, you know what I'm saying? We was cool. And after she told me what she went through in her childhood, you know what I'm saying, and stuff she been going through, bro, I just wanted, she don't have nobody. She ain't got mom, nobody calls, checks on her, nobody cares about her, bro. So I was trying to be somebody that cares. I don't know, bro. I don't even know what to say, really, man. Like, who would have thought thought I never watched her 20v1s. I didn't care about that. But this clout is a crazy drug, bro. It got people. And it's easy for a motherfucker to say.
So basically, he mad because he found out that basically she's been on the phone with people. Can't hear me. So let me know if the sound is getting better or not. I feel like it probably did, but just drop a one. If y'all can hear me now, drop a one. But what I was saying was, because I think the sound went out, what I was saying was that basically what he's upset about is that he heard or somebody has given him recordings or phone conversations of him saying that she has been using him the whole time. Make sure if y'all can hear me, y'all drop a one now so I can know. And I'm not just talking. I don't want to keep going and let me see. Let's see if I can see on my other device. Okay, y'all can hear me. Okay. Um okay. So he found out that he was being used. Okay, so that's what the issue is.
Oh, I would have got away from her. Every time I try to get away, like she chased the nigga with a fire extinguisher, blowing it, chasing me with it. You feel me? Like she crazy, bruh. But then on top of that, like she knows stuff. Not too much. She don't know nothing, really not nothing too much. Like after I get up out of Atlanta.
Okay, so she know enough for you. So basically, what he's saying is, I'm interested in knowing what she know because he said that he basically stayed with her because she knows stuff. In other words, you staying with this person because you're afraid that they're gonna blackmail you. So I wonder what it is that he did that he afraid that's gonna come out. And I also want to know why he correlated that with once I get out of Atlanta. So he said once I get out of Atlanta, it don't even matter what she knows. So that's interesting. I wonder what she know about him.
There's nothing she can do. You know what I'm saying? But she knows stuff, and I knew as soon as I cut her off, it was gonna be a whole Wendy Williams show on the internet. You feel me? Because she loves clout. She loves this right now. She don't care about her place being shown how nasty. She don't care. She's really excited right now that she's going viral. That's all she cares about. Damn it, bro. I got blurt speeding on mamas.
So how many episodes of how many episodes did Aaron the Plumber do, y'all? Because I thought he only did one. Did he do? I mean, I thought he did more than one. Did he do one or did he do more than one? Because I'm trying to see if I can find Jasmine in this pop because he not saying too much more after this. So I'm trying to see if I can find Jasmine in this pop the balloon episode. I ain't gonna play no audio because I don't want to get copyright. But let me see. Let me turn the sound off. The only one that I've ever seen him in. Let's start at the beginning because I'm trying to see. Hey, Elise. I'm trying to see did he do they show all of the girls at once? Let me see. Okay, I know that girl in the white is not Jasmine. Oh shit! I keep going past the part I want to see. Cause y'all said he met Jasmine on Pop the Balloon. I know that's not her. 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 That's not her. This one could be her. Oh, look how big his arms are. Normally, like I like muscular men or whatever, but they just look very disproportionate. Like it's like that's the only thing on his body that's
Voice
huge.
in
It's
my
so
opinion
weird.
is not arrogant. You know, she asked me if she would be a good fit for me. If I like what I see, it's contrary to the truth. She would be a good, well,
3. Thank you. All right. And we did get a pop balloon over here. Your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon. But I said, it's not with
arms.
Hell no, child, please. I would have laid into his ugly ass so damn good. Talking about I'm looking at the hair on your arms. What the hell is wrong with having hair on your arms? Don't a lot of people have hair on their arms? Now I draw the line at having as a woman as having hair under your armpits or on your legs or in other areas. I get that. But so what if somebody got hair, a little bit of hair on their arms? Isn't that like a natural thing? A lot of people got hair on their damn arms. The fuck? I got hair on my arms. The hell? I'm not shaving my fucking arms. Fuck, I look like I'm not shaving. I mean, I could see if it's like a formal event. I don't even have that much hair on my arms, but I'm just saying it's not that serious. Like, and you got way too many standards, and you far too particular to be so fucking ugly. That's the first thing that I would have said. For your ass to be looking how you look by the face and by the head and by the body, you shaped like Johnny Bravo. The top of your body is huge. The bottom of your body is skin. It looked like he ain't never did a day of. He never had a leg day. Every day is arm day. Now he is entertaining. However, I think what makes him entertaining and what makes him funny is because he has a lot of audacity. That's what makes him funny because he really doesn't have room to be talking about how anybody looks. And I think that's what makes it even funnier. So he definitely do look like a Ninja Turtle. The nigga is he's not cute. He's not attractive at all. So I think the fact that he's so picky and he looks like that is really what made him go viral because he's ugly. But all right, I'm done talking about Aaron the plumber. I want to talk about something else now. So let's get into. I looked at a little bit of Ashley Chat's video that she did this morning, and I just want to do just a quick reaction on it, okay? Because I got something to say regarding this. Now we got a lot of. Hold on. We have a lot of content creators that are running around putting privacy complaints on people's channels. Now, I want to talk a little bit about privacy complaints, okay? I want to talk a little bit about that and when you should not be using them. So typically, now before I get into that, y'all, what I want to do though is I want to talk about what Ashley Chat said. So according to Ashley Chat, she said that LaToya, everybody knows who LaToya is. That's LaTruth's little sister, LaTruth and Kevin and Dawn's little sister. She took to the internet not too long ago where she actually did a video of and this is what's so contradictory to me, y'all. She did a live stream about why she's no longer messing with her brothers and why she's quote unquote exposing them. Now the funny thing about it is we to this day, I think this live stream might have happened like a few days ago, but to this day, I think that everybody is still kind of waiting for them to be exposed because she hasn't really exposed anything damaging. I think she showed one text message where her brother was telling her to say something. She agreed to it, kind of like they were working together. So she exposed that. She also exposed a picture of a fake sonogram from someone who said at one point that she was pregnant with twins, and those twins were LaTruth's babies. So she went ahead and exposed those things. It turned out that the whole situation with the babies was a lie and it wasn't true. And the crazy part about it is, because I don't want to get too far off topic, but the crazy part about that is that when Toya exposed that the sonogram that was supposedly sent to her inbox by this mystery woman, she exposed it as if it were factual. She exposed it if it were true. She led her audience to believe that it was true. But then once Voice and Value did a video, or not a video, Voice and Value made a post showing that the sonogram was actually fake, then Toya came back out and said, well, I didn't lie to my audience because this person told me that it was real, so that's why I presented it. But she got into how she had actually told the truth about the sonogram photo and about how someone had been contacting her about her being pregnant with twins. And she then went on to say that LaTruth said that it was a lie and it wasn't true, and that he was going to take legal action against the young lady. However, when LaToya initially presented that information about the sonogram to her audience, notice that she didn't mention anything. Notice that she didn't mention anything about the fact that she brought the information to LaTruth prior, that LaTruth said it wasn't true and was going to take legal action, that LaTruth said that the lady was crazy. She didn't present any of that. She simply presented that some woman was pregnant with twins and it was a LaTruth baby as if it were factual. I just want to throw that out there. She never came back and said that it wasn't technically factual until after it was exposed that the sonogram was fake. Okay, so that is by doing that, you are intentionally misleading your audience. And I also want to say that, in my opinion, she has not exposed anything. In my opinion, she has not exposed anything about LaTruth. She simply is trying to humiliate him. That's what we're witnessing at the moment. So that's what I wanted to say about that. Now let me get on to what Toya. Oh, let me let y'all listen to what her husband. This is her husband right here. Let me let y'all listen to this. Hold on. This is what, I'm not gonna play him, but this is what he said about me. Let's see. This is what he had to say about me. Okay. I don't give a fuck, but I'm just playing it. I'm just playing it for y'all to hear. That little nigga ain't shaking shit. You understand? That little nigga ain't shaking shit. He ain't scaring shit. He ain't moving a motherfucking crumb. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm just playing it because I want y'all to hear it. That this is how he talk. This is how he talk. This her husband.
Mm-hmm. I don't care about no damn upper. I don't even know who the fuck that giraffe is, man. I don't care about no damn upper. Ain't nobody even ever dressed this motherfucking slut bucket, man. She didn't go somewhere. God damn, they be the ones with them.
I'm gonna stop it right there, and then I'm gonna keep going. It's funny how her husband, the first thing that he says when he wants to like argue or offend, because all the nigga do is argue with bitches. He sit up online arguing with bitches, right? So first thing that he want to say is call somebody a slut bucket, as if he know anything about me to call me a slut bucket. That's number one. Number two, for you to call somebody a slut bucket, that means that you obviously know a little bit about slut buckets, and you must have been around a lot of slut buckets in your lifetime. So I'm going to assume, since you know so much about pointing out a slut bucket, I'm going to assume your mama is a slut bucket. Okay, so we're going to move on from that, because I'm not going to spend too much time on that. But let's get back to the privacy guidelines. So she posted that she received a privacy complaint. It says, receiving this notice has not resulted in any penalty or strike being applied to your account. Should the content be found in violation of YouTube's privacy guidelines and restricted, no penalty or strike will be applied to your channel. Other community guidelines penalties will still apply if the content is found to be in violation of another YouTube community guideline policy. We may also apply penalties and suspend accounts of users who maliciously circumvent our removal policies. Meaning, drop a one if y'all can hear me in the chat. Hey, Lily. Meaning, because I don't know if y'all saw that last one, but the last one is we may also apply penalties and suspend accounts of users who maliciously circumvent our removal policies. Meaning that if you make a privacy complaint against someone, especially multiple privacy complaints, when that person has actually not made any gone against any guidelines when it comes to privacy, but the privacy guidelines of YouTube, your channel is the one that could actually face the repercussions. Now, this is something that a lot of people don't realize. There's something called public domain. So if a photo is used publicly, or if a video is used publicly, or if somebody goes live on their channel and somebody screen records it or even snaps a screenshot of your content, and they want to take that picture or take that clip and put it in their video or put it in their live stream or even use that photo on their thumbnail, they are allowed to do so due to the fair use laws. It's not a private photo. Anytime you come on a public platform, unless your name or your picture or or whatever is copywritten, people can use your photo. You cannot file a privacy complaint against someone for using your photo. That's not how that works. Now, the thing with Toya and other content creators is they want to get on the platform and they want to air out their personal business. And so when content creators take what they put out on the internet and use it for content, they then want to turn around and try to strike the channel or hit them with a privacy complaint when the content that content creator does not coincide with how they want the reaction to be. So if somebody uses their content with fair use, because that's what it is. If I'm altering it in any way, if I'm stopping your video and talking in between, that is fair use. I'm not playing your content straight through. It's being altered with my voice, my commentary, so on and so forth. What happens is when these content creators like Toya, they come out and they air out their family business or air out their personal business or whatever else it is, and then they get mad when they don't get the reaction that they want. This is the same thing that we went through with Brianna. Brianna has come to the internet time and time and time again, airing out. You weren't expecting me to say what? Say what? What you talking about, D-Ham? Time and time again with her personal business, and then gets upset when content creators make her personal business content. If you don't want people to weigh in and give their opinions, stop bringing your business to the internet. She made a whole live stream, scheduled it, made a whole production out of the shit, played a whole intro song when the family feuds. A thousand people was probably in the chat. Okay. But as soon as somebody reacts to what she did in a way that she doesn't like, then all of a sudden we're hitting people with privacy strikes and so on and so forth. It does not work that way. You cannot control people's reactions to what you put out. Again, using somebody's photo, hey Elise, using somebody's photo, using somebody's video content is not against community guidelines. Now, this wasn't a strike from what Ashley Chas is talking about. This was actually just a privacy complaint. So no, it wasn't a strike. Okay, I just want to show y'all something real quick. And you know what? It's not just her. It's a lot of content creators that do this. If you play their video to react to it, they want to strike your page. If you play their voice, they want to strike your page. If you put their picture on your thumbnail or on the community wall, they want to strike your page, because primarily what it is they can't take what they dish out. A lot of the same content creators that strike you every single time you use their photo try to strike you every time. If you notice, Dawn just lost her whole page just got demonetized for doing the same thing that all of these content creators do. But these content creators are very malicious, and you have to be very careful when it comes to who you repost, who picture that you're using, because even though they don't have a right to strike your page because their work is not copywritten and is being altered by your commentary, so on and so forth, just to be malicious, and just because they don't like your content and they don't like your reaction, they will still strike your page. This overview right here, thank you, Lonnie, for that super chat or that super sticker. Yes, you can use public domain photos. What Ashley Chatz used on her thumbnail was a public domain photo. You can use public domain photos in your YouTube videos, but you need to be sure they are actually in the public domain. A work is in the public domain if the copyright has expired, is lost protection due to copyright law provision, or the owner is explicitly abandoned all rights of the work. So anytime you get on here and you click the live button, your work is not copyrighted. It's not copywritten. You're publicly doing a live video that is open to commentary, scrutiny, and so on and so forth. I also know how to strike pages. I just don't do it. Because why would I strike somebody for commentating on what I put out publicly? Sierra said at this point she should put her videos on members only. And that's crazy that you say that. I don't think that she should put her videos on members only, because she has a right to create videos. There's a lot of content creators on YouTube whose video reactions and content that I don't agree with. But just because you don't agree with it doesn't give you the right to strike somebody or try to take somebody's channel down. You know what I mean? But we are in a very interesting sector. Oh, thank you for that Cash App, Miss Green Eyes. I appreciate you. Let's go to, but I want to show y'all something before I get off, right? Now, this right here is a perfect example of what can be hit with a privacy strike. So let's bring this down, okay? And let's see. I'm gonna pull this down. Now, we got that clear. You can't hit somebody with a privacy strike for using your photo that you put on the internet. You can't hit somebody with a privacy strike for commentating on content that you put out to the public. You can't hit somebody with a privacy strike for public information. Okay, if I break into your house and I dig into your shoebox and I find your medical records and I post them on YouTube, and then you can hit me with a privacy strike. But if I go live and you take a screenshot of an unflattering position that are unflattering, way that I'm holding my face or whatever, and you screenshot that and make it your thumbnail, technically, no, I can't hit you. It was public. It was public. Hey, Ashley, girl, we over here talking about privacy strikes, okay? I want to show, and I like the video that you did earlier, because you have like a knack for giving information in a way where it's respectful. And I remember my mama used to say back in the day, she used to be like, oh, she cussed her out without one single cuss word. You basically know how to cuss somebody out without using that one single cuss word. In so many words. But let me show y'all something real quick. I'm not going to show the bottom because that's actually giving the information out. So I'm going to cover that part up. I mean, hey, the dude got it on his page. Let me just show y'all something real quick. Now, this right here is, I don't want to call him Chief Cali because Chief is too big of a title. So Cali is This is his community wall right here. Now, this is something that you can hit somebody with a privacy strike for. Now, I haven't shown the whole, I'm not going to show the bottom of this photo because on the bottom of the photo, he has posted Kevin Wesley's address. So he has his address posted on his community wall. Now, a lot of people would say to go to the community wall and report this content because obviously this is, it may be public information, but the privacy complaint comes in where he's clearly alluding to the fact that Kevin lives there. Okay. So what we do in an instance like this is we don't report. What you would do is the person who privacy is being violated, they would go to do a privacy complaint on this type of content because this is what you call doxing someone, especially when it's a situation where that Kevin has, right? He's not living alone. He has a small child. I want to say probably under the age of 1 in his household. I think he has like a 4 or 5-year-old granddaughter. He has 2 wives and other children who all live with him. So doing something like this is really potentially dangerous to somebody's safety and well-being along with their family. So this is completely disgusting is what it is. And this is something that Kevin could actually get his page shut down for. And I highly encourage that he does. I highly encourage that Kevin goes to Callie's page, gets the URL, and puts a privacy complaint on this particular post right here. That's what I think that he should do. I don't think he should report it. He should hit it with a privacy complaint. Anytime somebody posts your address, your phone number, your legal name, especially if you're not using your legal name to represent your platform or anything else, hit their page with a privacy complaint. No, don't hit their page with a report. Don't hit their page with a strike. Hit it with a privacy complaint. Anytime somebody puts your address or even a photo of your home. Your kids, anything that is violating your privacy, hit them with a privacy complaint and get their page shut down. Now, Ashley Chat's page is not going to be shut down because all of the information that she put out was public. We all saw the public information for ourselves. Ashley Chat said, and put his, let me look at some of the comments here. Hold on, y'all. Let's see. It could possibly be somebody telling him to take it down. Okay. Let's see. No, nobody's telling him to take it. So we got one commenter that says, say it again and say it loud. Then she also went on to say, yes, that's what his butt gets. And then you got, oh, okay, that's break room. She's laughing at it. So, nobody's telling him that he's wrong. Everybody thinks it's funny. I could have sworn, hold on. I want to say that maybe, was this like a couple of, this might have been like a couple of weeks ago. Remember all of the content creators that support Brianna, they were saying how cowardly it is to dox people and look up people's background and post it on social media. But I guess it's funny now. I don't know. D-Ham said, yes, Ashley, that dude is obsessively stalking him and it's crazy. But the thing about it though, D-Ham, is somebody is really going to have to explain it to me because I thought I'm so confused behind their situation. It was a time where I was really trying to figure out really like what happened. But so far, the only thing I've come up with is that they beefing about some fruit. So this man has been mad at this nigga for 6 years because he offered him some fucking strawberries and watermelon. I can't think of nothing else. Hold on one second, y'all. I'm back. So yeah, so it just seemed like they've been beefing for 6 years over cantaloupe. And I'm just not understanding what's happening here. Okay, if somebody offered you fruit or whatever the case is, and you if it's anything more to it, then let me know. Because I'm confused. I don't understand what else more it is to this situation. Because I've definitely been trying to figure out what happened here. You know what I'm saying? What am I missing? Because so far the only thing that keeps coming back is the fruit. So I'm trying to make this make sense. As a grown man with children, I'm gonna be following another grown man around the internet for 6 years because they offered me a bowl of fruit. Is it something that I'm missing? It's not even that serious. It's not. What is going on? Okay, if somebody offered you some fruit and you didn't like how they offered it to you, you may have even thought that the gesture was suspect and it made you uncomfortable. Then move on. What are we doing here? I don't understand what else is to this, and why he keeps on attacking this man about a party that they went to 6 or 7. I don't even know how long ago, years ago, and you harboring this, holding on to this like a traumatized woman that has been SA'd. Like, I don't understand. He wasn't SA'd. He wasn't touched. Nothing else happened. He was offered fruit. He didn't want it. What else? What is this about? This has got to be the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. And if I'm missing something, I do apologize. But I thought that this, every time I listen to what this is about, it always boils right back down to fruit, a bowl of fruit. This is just crazy. This is crazy. Now I know this part. Lady Love says, upper, it was a shroom party. Callie was high and tripping. Kevin offered the fruit because fruit tends to calm the high down. Now I heard that part too. And that Callie felt like he was coming on to him when he offered him the fruit or whatever. Which, okay. And then after you didn't take the fruit. I'm sorry, y'all. This is the most ridiculous. This is the silliest shit I've ever heard in my life. And you really got people doing whole lives and content about this situation. As if, I mean, you would think the nigga unalive somebody. You would think that he did some harm to somebody the way that they carrying on about this situation. Okay, both of y'all voluntarily went to a shroom party. Callie voluntarily took some shrooms. He voluntarily got high. Kevin offered him some fruit for his high. Callie thought that he was coming on to him. Kevin said that he wasn't. What else are we talking about? What else? It really, to be honest, boils down to just how I just said it. So what else is there to talk about? You feel like he came on to you with a bowl of fruit. He telling you that he didn't come on to you with a bowl of fruit. You said that he was moaning. He said he wasn't moaning. Okay, let's move the fuck on at this point. What the fuck? This is silliest shit I've ever heard in my life. So all from that one situation, now we just from that, for the next 6 or 7 years, we're gonna terrorize this man because he offered somebody a bowl of fruit while they were sitting up in the house doing shrooms. I don't know. Hate that one. I don't know. And that's primarily why I don't talk too much about or do too much coverage on that topic. Because to be honest with you, it's silly. It's silly. Ashley said, didn't she go to the FBI? Then she goes to the FBI over words, but this is funny. Child, listen. When I tell you, like, this is what it is. At the end of the day, it's fun. It should be funny when it happens to certain people, but then when it happened to people that they cool with, then it's time to go live and start preaching and hooping and hollering and shit. Child, nobody got time for that shit. Just shut the fuck up already. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I want to say before I get out too. I want to say this. This retell the same damn stories for content. I think the ninja wanted the fruit and wanted to be touched because why are you still talking about this? I don't know not one real nigga, not one, and I know a lot of them. I don't know not one real nigga that will still be on the internet talking about a nigga. According to him, now I'm not saying none of this is true, but according to him, he's saying that a nigga came on to him with strawberries, watermelon, and dragon fruit. Okay, and he turned it down. All right, what real nigga you know still finna be out here crying about that shit? If you turned it, you said no, move on. What is you still talking about? Who? What the fuck? Who does that? I'm genuinely confused. I've never seen a man sit around and play victim behind a bowl of fruit. I don't know no woman that would be on the internet still talking about that shit. It's weird. It's weird. Unless, and that's a big unless, I'm missing a part of the story. I feel like I gotta be missing a part of the story because it ain't no way that you could drag out a bowl of fruit for 7 years. It's just no way. It's no way. I couldn't imagine my brother, either one of them, getting on the internet talking about a nigga giving them some fruit for 7 years. Don't nobody think that's weird. So ain't nobody gonna say that that's weird. Ain't nobody gonna talk about that. That's kind of crazy to still be on here talking about that shit. If you said you didn't want the shit and moved, the party over with, everybody left, everybody gone, move on. What the fuck is you traumatized over? What is you crying for? What are you crying about? I don't understand. What is this about? Yeah, Ashley, I wanted to respond to this too. Not only tell the same stories over and over again, y'all. Let me tell y'all, it ain't even their fault. I'm gonna tell y'all whose fault it is. It's the LaTruth's fault. It's Kevin's fault. It's LaTruth's fault. It's all of their fault. Because at the end of the day, and I'm gonna tell you why. They are public figures. They are social media public figures. The moment these content creators started feeling like they were friends with them, the moment they started feeling like they were friends and had some sort of relationship, friendship, or connection with these people, that's when stuff started going south. Because a boundary should have been created anyway. I'm gonna say that on Kevin and them, LaTruth. I ain't really gonna use LaTruth because he don't mix and mingle like that. But you know, on anybody that's a public figure, you have to. Thank you, Ashley. You have to create a boundary between your work and the public. These bloggers or whoever, regardless of if they take enough for you or not, that's their job. Never, ever, ever should they ever have felt like they were your friend, because that's a conflict of interest. I'm gonna tell you why it's a conflict of interest, because now they feel like they can't report on certain stuff, right? So I feel like a lot of people became way too personal in the saga, because you got people that literally, I'm talking about getting on the internet crying real tears. Content creators, though, this is supposed to be a job, crying real tears behind these public figures that we're supposed to be blogging on. I thought we was friends. This is your job. And so moving forward, I feel like Kevin, LaTruth, and even Dawn I feel like they've learned a valuable lesson, because don't ever, ever open up that door again for any content creators or anything like that, because then they start feeling like they're friends with you and they got a relationship with you. And so now technically they're the ones that hopped on their platform and decided on their own to cover your story. They decided on their own to take up for you. But if something happens to them now, because they think that they're friends with you, they feel like you are obligated to now defend them because y'all friends. So when people get on here like Kevin ain't never took up for me, he ain't never said no a word to take up. Kevin is a public figure. You decided to cover Kevin. You decided to cover the truth. You decided to cover Toya or Dawn or Brianna or whoever else. So then when something happens to you or you being drugged across the internet and they're not saying anything in your defense, well, technically they're not supposed to because they're public figures and they're being bogged about. So the line of communication, in my opinion, should have never been open with some of these people because some of these people are psychotic. They're psychotic. To ever think that they're psychotic to even believe, to even start to believe that these people are their friends. Yes, you can be cordial with a public figure, but for you to demand and expect for these public figures that we're blogging on to come to your rescue because you're being drugged or because people have turned on you, because people ain't fucking with you no more, or whatever the case is. So you expect them to come to your rescue because you came to theirs. Nobody asked you to do that shit. Not only that, but you getting paid for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy to me. Thank you, D-Ham. Up, you ain't never scared. You know, because there ain't nothing to be scared of. Like, who gonna beat me up? You know what I'm saying? Nobody. Nobody. And who gonna beat me up? Nobody. They're gonna do the same shit that they've been doing. Okay, rake teeth, dry bob, blase, but you can't whip my ass though. So what the fuck do I care? You know what I'm saying? Words don't hurt me like that. I'm sorry. That's why you don't hear me responding like that, because at the end of the day, you wouldn't be able to you couldn't crush a grape if you stood on top of that motherfucker. So why would I even take you seriously? Because the people that talk the most shit, the loudest in the room, always get their ass whooped. And if they don't get their ass whooped, first thing they doing is running to the fucking police. The loudest mouth people run to the police first. They run to the FBI first. They pressing charges first. They antagonize and antagonize and antagonize for days and days and days and days. And as soon as you respond to them, it's time to call the police. I don't argue with people like that. Because as soon as I say the wrong thing, you running your scary ass to the police. I'm not going to argue with you. Argue with you for what? Oh, so, okay, so this is what, so I get it now. So we just playing. This ain't serious. So you supposed to call me a bitch and a hoe, and then I'm just supposed to get on here and say it back. But if I say I beat the fuck out you, then you gonna call the police. Oh, I get it now. Okay, so I gotta stay within the lines. I gotta play pretend, like we like playing house. I gotta play pretend with you. I just gotta sell wolf tickets like how you selling them, and then I'll be cool. But if I actually get too serious and I sound like I'm gonna come out there and whoop your ass, then I'm gonna call. Then it's time to call the police. Okay, got it. You know, you just, like, it ain't even. It's really no point in going back and forth with these people. Oh my God. Shall, this whole saga has been hilarious. Well, not all of it, but a lot of it has been hilarious. Thank you, that one, for that super sticker. I appreciate you. So yeah, that's why, it's, you get on here, you can just tell some people just got nothing but hoe in their blood because they get on here every day doing all that damn hooping and hollering and shit. Ain't gonna bust a damn grape. Wouldn't bust a grape in Welch's factory. Wouldn't bust a grape. But do get on here doing all of that damn hooping and hollering, calling people out their names and all of this. And as soon as and then you don't even gotta threaten nobody. You can just get on here, and if they called you a bitch, especially if it's don't let it be a man. If it's a man and you sitting on the internet, you done called that man 50 million bitches, hoes, FAGs, and talked about his wives and everything else. As soon as that man get on the internet and give the same energy and call you a bitch, and call you a hoe, and call you a slut, then it's time to start crying and saying the man is being abusive. Oh, he's abusive. Do you hear how he talks to women? Never mind that you just called him 50 million bitches and hoes and talked about his wives and everything else. But now you the victim because he reciprocated energy. See, I can't deal with those types of people. I can't deal with people like that. You will never see me dealing with people like that. I only respond to content creators. I don't respond to goofy drug addicted hoes to hop on this internet and talk too fucking much for 2 to 3 hours and get off. That's not content to me. Now, if it's a content creator, I'll respond. But I'm not finna sit up here and be responding to a drug addict. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably why Kevin hasn't responded to a lot of people. You know what I mean? I know he did his response to Ringo and his sister and stuff, but he probably ain't gonna respond to a lot of the shit that's going on because there's a bunch of drug addicts on here getting on here every day, going ham, disrespecting people for an 8-ball. I don't blame them. I wouldn't respond either, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? It ain't nothing but a bunch of talk. Oh, okay. Ooh. Y'all, so I'm about to get off in a minute, but before I get off, let me drop my link one more time and give anybody, share it for me, y'all. If you can, share it on your platforms or whatever. This is PJ's wish list. I just posted it again on my in my comment. Whoo, hell. If you want to get something off of it, Lady Love said, right, sick people. It is a bunch of sick people on here. I mean, I'm just gonna say this right before I get off. I've heard Kevin, his family, his wives just be disrespected for and mind you, what I say about both of his wives is what's crazy is neither one of them, they have so much class. Neither one of them have gotten on YouTube, and I'm sure they've had the opportunity to, or Facebook or anything, and responded or disrespected anybody the same way that they've been disrespected. They've been called side chicks, stupid, dumb, hoes, all type of stuff. But they've always remained a certain level of class, and they've never come on here and responded to it. And I think that that really is a display of strength to listen to somebody really just unprovoked because they don't agree with your life choices, to get on here and be completely disrespectful and call you out of your name. And then at the same time, these same CCs will sit around and try to act like they're so righteous, holier than thou, and they have such a high moral standard. There's nothing high or moral or integral about getting on your platform and calling out a woman that ain't even thinking about you, or disrespecting somebody's partner that's not even thinking about you. I don't know. I just think that that's kind of crazy. But yeah, they better than me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, real as they come. D-Ham said for an 8-ball. Yeah, for an 8-ball, or for either for an 8-ball or a dime bag or a nickel bag or whatever it is they smoking. I know it's a lot of, CCs that, like to harass Kevin Daly, that sit around smoking Reggie and coughing up their lungs online all damn day, sitting around smoking Reggie, unemployed. Well, that's why he don't take the shit serious, because why I'm gonna respond to motherfuckers that sit around with no job, smoking Reggie all day, getting online talking shit about what they don't know. You know what I'm saying? The fuck, I don't give a, I wouldn't care either. Let them motherfuckers argue with themselves. And that's what he do. That's what he do. Hey, Ronithia. I'm off today, y'all. That's why I'm on here this early. I got time. Thanks, D-Ham. I'm about to get off. D-Ham, when are you going to go live? Because you ain't been live in a minute. You at least give us a farewell live every 3 to 4 months. Where you been at? Hey, Shanta. I'm about to get off, y'all. It was cool talking to y'all this morning. I will keep y'all updated on the whole Aaron the Plumber situation. And I don't know. I think I don't want to make no promises, because I don't want nobody to come back and be like, oh, well, Upper, you said you was going to do this and you didn't do it. So I'm going to try my best to give y'all a members only live on this page, but I don't know. I know I'm gonna end up doing one on my main page on my at upper 2U page. This one I'm not sure if I'm gonna, because I did one last month. Oh, you okay? So you must be on the road. You working? Because I know that when you driving, sometimes your service is not good. Yeah, we do. You know, all of this is comedy for real, Bridget, because I don't, I remember I can look back on some of the lives that I've done. They on private now, but I can look back on some of the lives that I've done. I've gotten on here hollering and yelling and all of this. And how you mad with somebody that you don't know? You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about it. Like, how are you mad with somebody that you don't even know? You know? I laugh at the shit. I don't respond to nobody. I don't know if y'all have noticed that. If I hear it, 9 times out of 10, I don't. But if I hear it, I don't respond to anybody. I don't know you bitches. You know what I'm saying? Respond for what? So what's going on, so pretty Jern? All right, y'all. Let me get up off here and see who else is live. If anybody else goes live. Make sure y'all hit the like button on the way out. Make sure you hit the notification bell. If anybody sent me a super chat or a super sticker, thank you for that. Thank you for the cash at Miss Green Eyes, and thank you for your view. I will be live again soon, possibly on my other page, because I'm trying to alternate between both of my pages and try to grow them simultaneously. And I don't know if y'all know this, but I'm trying to be. I know that sometimes I take 4, 5, and 6 days off at a time. But sometimes I need to do that, but I have been trying to be a little bit more consistent with my content. I've been trying, to give y'all a little bit more content and bring some fresh new stories to the mix. I still keep Brianna in there sometimes when she does something worth me talking about. But for the most part, I try to cover different stories. I've been covering the DDG and Hallie situation. They go back to court June 24th. I'm just began. Well, I ain't gonna say just began, but I'm covering the Mountain Twin story again. So I brought that back to my channel. I have not. I don't fell off with the Diddy trial, but I have started that. So I am covering a lot of different stories, viral stories, and news stories. Hold on. My bad. Somebody text me. But yeah. I'm about to get off the internet, y'all. Well, I'm about to get off YouTube for now, and then I'll be back in a couple of hours. Okay. Not a couple of hours. I'm sorry. Probably be back later on. I didn't mean to say a couple of hours. On my other channel. So we'll see. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hitting the like button, and thanks for your monetary support. I will see you guys soon. All right.